You have to ask yourself why you believe in morality. Where does morality come from? These are questions that the atheist doesn't want to ask himself. He needs to. Hi, I'm Barak Lurie, and thanks so much for watching the Atheism Kills YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about some responses that we've gotten from the Atheism Kills YouTube channel, in particular from, guess what, our atheist friends. I'm so glad that we have enough traction here, that we're getting a lot of debate in this topic. I do love reading the comments. I do read them. The most common refrain that I get from people that are critiquing the Atheism Kills, the comments of which are not altogether flattering, but that's okay. I want to say that in response to a lot of these comments, it's about morality. They get offended by the notion that they themselves are not moral. At least that's the charge that I make. I do say to them that they do not believe in morality, that they may very well live lives of morality, but they don't believe in morality. That was the essence of one of our key videos some time ago. But now they say we are moral because we're moral, right? We act morally, therefore we're moral. That doesn't really address the issue. That's like saying a circle is a circle because it's a circle, or 2 + 2 is 4 because 2 + 2 is 4. You have to demonstrate it. So don't say that you're moral just because you believe in morality. You have to ask yourself why you believe in morality. Where does morality come from? These are questions that the atheist doesn't want to ask himself. He needs to. Morality can only come from God, the morality that we all think of. Now, you might be saying and yelling at the video right now, whose morality, Mr. Lurie? I'm talking about the morality that we all share. The morality that we commonly refer to as the Ten Commandments, most of whom seem to agree with, right? You shall not murder, you shall not steal, you shall not covet, you shall not commit adultery. These are things that we all believe in. If that's the case, you have to ask yourself, where did it come from? And I put it to you, it can only come from God. Morality cannot be a floating principle. Even Penn Jillette, who proclaimed, he's a famous atheist at this point, he said the reason why he doesn't want to kill people and to steal from people is because he doesn't want to. Isn't that good enough? He said. No, it's not good enough. That doesn't explain anything to me. A lot of people commit murder, and they presumably want to commit murder. It's not good enough to say internally you want to be good because you think it's logical to be good. Because apparently a lot of other people don't espouse that belief. A lot of atheists in particular don't want to espouse that belief. Hitler was an atheist, Stalin was an atheist, Mao was an atheist, and so forth. All of these people wanted to commit murder, and they proceeded along the path of genocide. So it's a non-starter for me to say that it's good enough because I don't want to commit murder. I don't want to commit theft. The problem for the atheist is that they never are able to understand where their own sense of goodness, their sense of morality comes from. And they're afraid to open the door and to do the research, to figure out what the source of their morality is. That is the problem. Think about that. I'm Barak Lurie. Thanks for watching. We'll talk with you next week.